Hey guys, so I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'm filming right now on the iPhone 7 Plus to give you an idea of how um, the quality is versus the 11 Pro Max, and I'll be filming on the 11 Pro Max um, in a few minutes. So you guys have pretty much already seen this. The 11 Pro Max is a very big screen. It has all of the, you have a bigger screen usage. They are the same size. Like, when I say that, obviously the borders are not there. The white borders that there were on the 7. And I got the same color because I love silver. I'm actually going to be returning this phone most likely because I need more memory. So, but I do like the 11 Pro Max. I just, the memory for me, I like to save to my phone as well as have iCloud memory. So I definitely will be getting more memory. The camera is definitely one of my favorite capabilities. The cameras, I should say. The fact that you have the wide, the ultra wide, and the telephoto. I will never ever have my phone, I think, at full volume because it is super, and I mean super duper loud. Um, and that's one of the things that, for me, I'd unlock it. For me, it was really big. So I wanted to do a quick what's on my iPhone. It's not going to be super quick because I have a lot of apps. I actually organized this right before I transitioned to this iPhone, and I have everything backed up because I'll be temporarily, like I said before, I'll be temporarily changing back to the 7 until I can get, until I decide that I'm going to get the 11 Pro Max with more memory. Anyway, so you got the basic iPhone apps. I do have another space over here. On the second page, it says apps by Apple, and then I have all of the ones that I find useful on here. So I'm not gonna go through all reasons of why, and you can see them, so I'm not gonna name them. So files, I love that this is something that they decided a while back that it can actually be shown, so you can actually just go in and tap all of your files that you have saved and all that. So I have all of these finance and shopping apps, which is anything from banks to just different places to shop, food wise, restaurant wise, Etsy, Hollister. I think Bloomingdale's is in here too. Yep, right there. More Apple apps, but I put them in extras because I wanted these particular ones, like the Apple Watch, in front so I can see. So the health apps, period apps, I have 3 of those. This one being my favorite, this one being the first one that I used, so it's Sentimental. And then I use all 3 of them. Yeah. And then this one I never actually downloaded to this phone. I'm probably gonna delete WebMD because it has a way of making you, when you get ready to look up your symptoms, think, oh my god, I'm dying. I have bipolar depression, so I have an section just for that and different apps that help me with that. Out of these, the motivation app helps me a whole lot. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. And for me, that's everything, because perfectionist 101 right here. All of these in different modules. Like, I haven't downloaded this one to this phone yet. And again, I won't, because I'm going to be returning it. But so then I got all my music ones, and I have music categorized differently. So these are all the ones that I can listen to, or I can make music, or like make like a video type music thing, TikTok. And then there's different things where I can get lessons on, like Music Notes Trainer, Music Voice, Music Tutor, that sort of thing. Because you've seen my channel, I sing and I'm into singing. So there's that. I want to make sure that I always am up on my game on that. Composing and songwriting, I do that as well. So this is perfect for me. Like the music memos, this is a perfect spot for me to have all of those, the beats that I make and come together with. I just like the fact that I have options in all the different features. Social media, I'm probably going to be deleting more of them. I used to have Twitter on here, but that's been deleted. So I kind of categorize them by what I use the most. And I have friends overseas, so I tend to use the WhatsApp app and Instagram and all these different little things. Notes, Apple TV. I'm so happy with right now. You should be able to tell once this loads that I am on in black mode. So there's that. Okay, so I showed you this one. This one's the YouTube Studio, where it has YouTube music in here, but the YouTube Studio's in there. I'm getting married and planning a wedding, which is glorious and at the same time such a pain in the ass. So I have all of these apps, the Knot and Zola being the two that keep me sane. Wedding Wire, Wedding Spot, Google Voice, so that way I don't have my phone blowing up 100 times a day. Phone numbers set up so that way they call any phone calls about the wedding, go straight to that, and then I filter through different ones, and then I defer to my partner for her to filter through different ones as well at some point when it's just overwhelming. Anyway, all of these will, like David's Bridal, I have they are also bookmarks in here as well. So like the anomaly customized, because we're still working on getting our dresses and that sort of thing. For gay marriages, you want to make sure that you find a place. Well, it was important to us to make sure we found a place to honeymoon, that we are legally married, and we also want to know the laws because that's very important for safety. So there's we did our save the dates already. Because we're doing destination wedding, we did those early. So that's where that bookmark is been saved. We got all this stuff on here. Okay, so there's a bridal one. This is for my bridal stuff, except for the registry stuff. That's for us. Okay, and then you have to pay bills. So then I have the bills apps that I downloaded. Apple Arcade and games are separate, so I know if I want to keep Apple Arcade games, if I want to keep Apple Arcade going, I know why. So these are the games that I play on Apple Arcade. Again, going by my most favorite ones, this one. I've been playing this one a lot today. I'm actually going to probably start uploading when I play the games how it's going to be. I think Apple Arcade is pretty much the same, playing the games on the 11 Pro Max plus the 11, as well as the 7 Plus. The only difference I noticed is that I think the 11 Pro is probably faster. That makes sense considering the processing system. Okay, so I have all these apps on here for games, and I don't necessarily play them all. I actually downsize on games a lot, so I actually do play most of these now. So this is entertainment, TV entertainment. And this is, there were more on here, but the reason why there isn't anymore is because, again, memory. And I also have movies and TV shows that are on iCloud as well. And some things, you know, you just want to save to your phone, especially now that Netflix has it, you can save to your phone. So my productivity, where I write books and all that, because I'm a freelance writer, I keep translator down here, dictionary. This app shows you different time zones, and like my friends in different countries, like I try and like keep like the ones that I need to know for sure to use. She Reads Truth Bible app is probably my favorite, which is why I think it's the only one that I decided to keep on here. Yeah, that's the only one in there. So really, I don't need a folder for that, but maybe I'll just keep it. For shipping and that sort of thing, I do have these three, because these are the three main ones that people ship for me from. Apple, using FedEx a lot, for you guys who know that. Time calculations for those like slow moments or just plain lazy moments, and you don't want to act Siri out loud. For books, the ones that are kept in PDF file, I keep them in Acrobat, and then Audible, because I have some that I purchased on there as well. Photo and video, there's so many of these actually. These are the ones that I made for Pride. That is a Pride filter. Oh, there was another one, I think. Yeah, there was Photoshop. Okay. Craftsy, which kind of is the same, minus the Facebook page part. I haven't really gone through and strategically gone through all of the craft ones to make sure that I don't have to make sure like photo and video and like the different ones where you draw are separated and that sort of thing. I haven't done that. So live entertainment. And so this is where I buy tickets from and that sort of thing. Also, again, going from the ones that I use the most to the least. So travel. I have, my favorite way to fly is American Airlines. So they're number one. And I have Uber for when I'm always in LA and I'm in the process of moving. So Uber will be getting used more. And then for when I want to go places and not have to drive. And then Airbnb, Mr. Airbnb. If you don't know what some of these are, you can, well, I don't want to be rude, but you can look them up. I don't want to make you wait forever for me to have to go through what all these are. These are learning apps. And then utilities like IRS One should tell you how to do the Microsoft Authenticator. Sleep Booster, I love that app. Like it keeps a track of your sleeping, and for me, I'm just kind of like back and forth. So these are bookmarks, but they're like 3 simple ways to do this and do that, and leave in products and my favorites, and then like, I think this one was one for the wedding. I was trying to find out about permits for Orange County and that sort of thing. So that actually needs to be moved. This one was an apartment hunting. I really should actually go under and delete all of these. That's not really relevant anymore, but I don't know, in case somebody needs help, I guess. And tattoos. Oh, I gotta do a tattoo update for you guys. So these are the places, again, starting with the most important one that I use, that I go under to see different tattoo artists besides Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. And yeah, Instagram and this and the Tattoo Do is app are the places usually, and Ink Hunter, that I'll go and I'll find different tattoo artists to go to. Actually, see, that wasn't that bad because I didn't have to go under and explain all of the apps and why I have them. Anyway, so it takes up a lot of memory to have and use all the apps, you guys know. So, but product performance, like, yeah, I don't know if you can see it's not really a great showing quality from how bright. So maybe I'll just do like the wall. So it really is a great phone. So I want to talk a little bit about the 7 Plus and what it's been like to transition from it to the 11 Pro. I'm recording on the 11 Pro right now. Yeah, see, this is the case that I had. And as you can tell, it's different. But seemingly the same. This is what I was talking about with the speakers, whereas they're an even number and it's not on the new iPhone. The new iPhone is definitely heavier. This one I wiped because I'm going to be trading it in, so it's back to its factory resettings and that sort of thing, and there's these notifications telling me, hey, you're not logged into your Apple ID, sign up and all that. Aside of the fact that there's a bigger screen, mostly because the white parts are gone, the hardest part has been the home button, because for me, when you get ready to type in a password for anything, I usually have my phone remember it because there's hundreds of them. Not that I don't remember some of them, but I don't remember all of them. And for the new phone, you have Face ID versus the old phone, my old phone. This one has obviously the home button. So you would touch it to approve a purchase or a download or just to log into something or somewhere. And so when I have the 11 Pro and I'm doing some of those same things, I tend to put my thumb towards the bottom of the screen because I'm expecting it to ask for my thumb, and then it asks for my face, and I'm like, oh, right. Silly me. So that's probably the biggest transition for me thus far, is just getting used to switching on how I use my phone when it comes to confirming a purchase or something like that. Or a download. The cameras, I mean, the 7 Plus had 2 cameras on it. So it's not like I'm transitioning from one camera to, actually, let's pull up the camera again, like how it wanted to a minute ago. Because in all honesty, like the quality of it wasn't too bad. It was definitely more grainy than the 11 Pro. If you zoom in really detailed into the 11 Pro, unless you really are paying attention or know a lot about cameras and that sort of thing, you're still going to see super grainy if you zoom in too much to like the max of its capabilities and that sort of thing. But you just kind of have to know how to work around those issues, or again, know a lot about cameras to get to your desired effect. And I had this one is a silver back as well. This is what I was talking about, the difference between the other case and this case, because you see how it's kind of starting to get darker? That's from it being in like my pocket. So You can tell the difference between if you get, oh, that, and it's a little bit more bendy. My case now, you can't do that. This is the difference between if you get an off name brand case or an actual case. Anyway, this phone is now a trade-in. So this is how the new phone looks. The old phone looks. The verbiage down here versus on the new iPhone, it doesn't bother me because I bought it from Apple. Had I got it from one of the third-party sites or something like that, I probably would be worried about why it doesn't have the iPhone logo or where it says designed by Apple iPhone, that sort of thing. Because obviously I wouldn't want a fake phone. But because I got it from Apple and also have been following this design pretty closely, I know that I have the legit iPhone. One of the things that kind of gave me a little bit of a drawback over the iPhone for the upgrade for the 11 Pro was originally when the design first came out, the whole camera idea, I was like, Apple's not going to do this. This is stupid. This is really ugly. There's no way on earth they're going to do it. And actually having the phone, case-wise, I mean, if you look at the cases when you get ready to go buy them, you're kind of like, wow, that's a lot. But if you're looking at the actual phone, I actually like it. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's because of the color that I got. And it probably would feel differently if I got like the green or something. I know a lot of people wanted the green. But yeah, I think I had this phone from maybe it wasn't very long because I had updated from the 6 Plus to this one because I knew I wasn't going to get the 10. I think it wasn't mid-year, but I knew I wasn't going to get the 10 after October of last year. So I got this phone and then transitioned. So yeah, it's a very good phone. Talking about some of the features, I noticed that I should do a what I have on my iPhone for you guys for my new phone. Setup for the new phone was pretty standard. I basically just went on and was like, it asks you, I know you guys have seen some YouTube videos, it asks you if you want to set it up manually or if you want to set it up through your old iPhone, because your old iPhone will detect your new iPhone if it's on. Most people have their phones on. So it'll say, oh, we just noticed that a new Apple device is nearby. Do you want to set it up on your Apple ID? And you say yes or no. I said yes. And I went to go set it up and I was pretty much through with setting it up, and it did the last part of the stages for it to download and I fell asleep. It froze. I woke up the next morning and restarted all the setup, which took really quick. Thank God for me because I had to go to work. And then it set up and it was perfectly set to go. I think like 5 hours after that, I decided to then change my phone number since I got a new phone number. Mine as well. So that was pretty cool. Let's do some of the features from this. Since it's the iPhone, I don't know why I have it on. Yeah, let's put it on the white part. So zooming in, zooming out, and then way out. So you can kind of get a little difference in the cameras. I know that you've probably seen that already. But this is a feature. The fact that I can do this in the video is a cool feature for Apple. And I've liked their phones in general. ISO 13, the dark mode. Oh, there are a few other things. One of my second hardest things to get used to is that before you could just like you could swipe up and that's how you get all of your shortcuts. With a new phone, it's up here and you swipe down. So it's completely different. It's a completely different setup. It's a completely different setup than the 7, which makes sense because it's a big jump. You know how many phones have come out since. But yeah, that's one of my hardest transitions. So yeah.